All right, so today we're diving deep into international.
Yeah.
You sent over a bunch of stuff, internal comms, press releases, social media.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, it's a really fascinating mix. We're getting like a real inside look at how they're handling challenges.
Right.
And honestly, shaping the future.
One thing that struck me going through all this was the contrast. We've got these big picture trends, like the whole push for EVs.
Right.
But then we also have these very human stories coming out of the California wildfires.
Yeah, that's a good place to start, actually. These fires have been absolutely devastating.
Devastating.
Thousands of acres burned, buildings destroyed, people forced to evacuate. It's hard to even grasp the scale of it all.
It's times like these when you really see a company's values put to the test.
Absolutely.
And in International's case, it seems like they're not just talking the talk.
They're walking the walk.
They are.
One of the things that really jumped out at me was a post from Haiti Nunez, their social impact manager. She was sharing stories about how international trucks were basically being used as lifelines.
Wow.
Helping people evacuate. They were basically lifelines on wheels.
It's a powerful reminder of the role these vehicles play in emergency situations.
It really is.
But what I find even more interesting
What's that?
Is how International went above and beyond just providing trucks.
Oh, totally. They gave a shout out to 4 dealer groups, RWC, Gibbs, WesterX, and Western Truck Exchange.
Okay.
In the thick of it, impacted by the fires, but still managing to help with the relief effort.
The thing that really caught my eye
What was that?
was the zero emissions team's quick thinking. The supply chain issues going on.
Right.
They still managed to partner with Pioneer to get mobile EV chargers out to the relief effort.
Yeah.
I mean, that is next level problem solving.
It really is.
It shows they're not just paying lip service to sustainability.
Right.
They're finding ways to integrate it into everything they do, even crisis response.
Absolutely.
And then on top of all that,
Yeah.
they're encouraging all their employees to donate to relief efforts.
I saw that.
Through their volunteer and giving portal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty impressive, multifaceted approach.
It really is. It paints a picture of a company that's trying to do the right thing,
For sure.
both for its employees and the community.
Absolutely.
But hey,
Yeah.
let's shift gears a little bit
Okay.
and talk about something a little more upbeat.
All right.
I'm talking about the electric catering truck.
Yes. The first of its kind for aviation.
It's pretty cool.
Now, this is where things get really interesting in terms of innovation.
Okay, so picture this. You're at the NTEA Work Truck Show, just kind of strolling through, and boom, a chance encounter sparks this 2-year collaboration that results in a groundbreaking electric catering truck.
This wasn't just any collaboration, though. This was international.
Right.
A major truck manufacturer
Yeah.
teaming up with Malahan,
Okay.
a leader in ground support equipment.
I see.
I mean, you can tell this was driven by a shared vision.
Absolutely. Malahan wanted to go electric for all the obvious reasons. Sustainability, reducing emissions,
Makes sense.
and International had the tech to make it happen.
Uh-huh.
But there was a catch.
Okay.
This wasn't just about electrifying a regular truck.
Right.
This thing had a refrigeration unit and a scissor lift.
Oh, wow. Talk about a challenge.
Yeah.
So how did they do it?
That's where their e-power system comes in.
Okay.
From what I gather, this innovation involved dual power outlets directly from the battery pack. So instead of having separate systems for the refrigeration unit and the lift,
Yeah.
they managed to power both from the same source.
It's like a little aha moment.
Exactly.
They didn't just electrify an existing design.
Right.
They rethought the whole power system to make it work seamlessly.
Totally agree.
It's a great example of how they're not just adapting to the EV trend. They're pushing the boundaries, finding innovative solutions to complex problems.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah. But before we get too carried away with the tech stuff,
Okay.
let's not forget about the people behind all this. From procurement to manufacturing to field service, this was a massive team effort.
A massive team effort. And it's clear they take pride in their work.
They do.
I mean, imagine this. The truck is built in the U.S.
Okay.
Then it gets shipped to Northern Ireland for the upfitting.
Wow.
Makes a grand appearance at an industry event in Portugal. And finally, drum roll please. It lands in Boston Logan Airport with Governor Healy herself there to welcome it.
Wow.
Like the truck went on its own little world tour.
It did.
But speaking of teams and driving progress, you know what else is exciting?
What?
This episode is sponsored by a team that embodies those very values. The STX Rear Axle Team. Well, they're known for their incredible work ethic and their lightning-fast takt time. For those who aren't familiar, takt time is basically the rate at which they need to produce each axle to meet customer demand.
Right.
And let me tell you, these guys are pros at hitting their targets.
Sounds like they're the backbone of the operation.
They are.
Making sure everything runs smoothly and efficiently.
Absolutely. So kudos to the STX Rear Axle Team.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Rear Axle, where teamwork drives us forward. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, International's internal happenings.
Right, behind the curtain.
Exactly. And there's a lot to unpack.
There is.
We've got safety initiatives, branding updates, employee newsletters. It's a whole world unto itself.
It is. So let's dive into these internal initiatives. What stood out to you?
Well, one thing that caught my eye
was
this safety poster competition they had at the STX plant.
Oh, cool.
They encouraged employees to get creative and design posters to promote safety awareness.
I'm curious about how effective something like that actually is.
Oh, yeah?
Is it just a fun activity?
Yeah.
Or does it truly impact the safety culture?
That's a good question. You know, it's hard to measure the direct impact.
Right.
But I think it at least gets people thinking about safety in a different way.
Right.
Plus, it gives employees a chance to, express themselves and maybe even learn some new skills.
Right.
But then, on a completely different note, they've also made some changes to their internal branding. They're now using the shorthand IFIN for International Financial.
It seems like a small change, but I suppose it could help streamline communication and create a sense of unity within that department.
Exactly. And speaking of communication,
Yes.
their employee newsletter, Up to Speed, is packed with information. There's this new system they're rolling out called the International Way.
Ooh, now that sounds significant.
It is.
What's the purpose of this new system?
Well, from what I understand, it's all about making work decisions more straightforward. And streamlining planning and learning processes. That's like a framework for approaching work
I see.
in a more consistent and efficient way.
That's intriguing.
Yeah.
It suggests a company-wide effort to improve efficiency and create a shared understanding of best practices.
Totally. And they're also really proud of their early career internship program, which just won a Campus Forward Award.
Wow, congrats to them. That's a great indication of their commitment to developing future talent.
Sure.
It shows they're not just focused on the here and now, but also on building a pipeline for the future.
Absolutely. The newsletter included a reminder for employees to donate with links to organizations providing direct relief. It's nice to see that it's still top of mind for them.
It is. It is.
But honestly, the newsletter is so comprehensive. They even provided an update on their digital warehouse transformation project and announced that their S13 integrated powertrain is now certified for renewable diesel.
So they're really covering all their bases?
They are. They even had some fun stuff in there.
Like what?
Like encouraging employees to take a survey about topics for upcoming office hours on generative AI.
Interesting.
It seems like they're really trying to stay ahead of the curve.
That's a smart move.
It is.
Engaging employees in shaping these learning opportunities shows that they value their input, create a culture of continuous learning.
For sure. Absolutely. Now, before we wrap things up, there's one more aspect of International's internal initiatives I want to touch on. It's something that really stood out to me. Their focus on employee recognition.
That's so crucial.
It is.
For creating a positive and motivating work environment. What kind of programs do they have in place?
Well, they've got this whole system
of
awards and recognition programs.
Yeah.
Both for like individuals and teams. You know, it's not just about big bonuses or fancy trophies.
Right.
Although they have those too. But it's more about acknowledging people's hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
In a meaningful way.
Yeah, I see. So it's about creating a culture where people feel valued and appreciated.
Don't just focus on like work achievements. They also make an effort to celebrate milestones. Like, you know, work anniversaries, birthdays, even things like volunteering, personal achievements. It's like they're saying, hey, we see you as a whole person. Not just a cog in the machine.
Right. That's a powerful message.
It is.
It fosters a sense of belonging and loyalty.
It does.
Which is so important these days.
Absolutely. And they really emphasize the importance of teamwork across different departments.
So they're breaking down those silos,
They are.
Creating a more interconnected work environment.
Exactly. It's about recognizing
Yeah.
that the best solutions
Right.
often come from diverse perspectives,
Absolutely.
working together.
Towards a common goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, it's not all work and no play.
Okay.
They organize like social events,
Yeah.
team building activities, even volunteering opportunities for employees to connect with each other
Right.
outside of work. It's all about fostering a sense of community
Yeah.
and, having some fun along the way.
Sounds like they're really putting a lot of effort
They are.
into creating a positive and supportive workplace culture.
And you know what? I think it's paying off.
Yeah.
Their employees seem genuinely engaged,
Okay.
happy to be there.
That's great.
And that translates into
Yeah.
better products,
Right.
better service,
Yeah.
and ultimately a better company.
It's a reminder that a company's greatest asset is its people.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Investing in their well-being
Right.
and creating a positive work environment.
Yeah.
It's not just the right thing to do. It's also a smart business strategy.
Absolutely. So there you have it.
Yeah.
Our deep dive into international
Uh-huh.
has taken us from the front lines of wildfire relief
Right.
to the cutting edge of electric vehicle innovation,
Absolutely.
to the heart of their internal culture.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey.
It really has.
I think we've learned a lot along the way.
We have.
We've seen how international is shaping the future of transportation,
Uh-huh.
but they're also setting an example for other companies in terms of sustainability, community engagement, employee empowerment.
It's not just about building trucks anymore. It's about building a better future for everyone.
I love that. And on that note, I
Yeah.
think it's time to give another shout out to our episode sponsor,
Yes, absolutely.
the STX rear axle team.
Big thanks to them.
Their dedication to quality and efficiency is a perfect example
It is.
of what makes International such a strong company.
Absolutely. A big thanks to the STX Rear Axle team for supporting this episode.
For sure.
And to all our listeners out there,
Yeah.
we hope this deep dive has given you a new perspective on International and the impact they're making in the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.